Before I begin, I don't do this often enough. I want to do it again. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for your support over the years. It really helps out. Speaking of which, Neo on Patreon just recently sent me a message. I will bet you remember Prima guides. I do. I have 3 shelves full of them in my library. Wow, you got me beat. I got about a dozen. Since they do not make them anymore, sadly, my Prima money will now go to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the real walkthroughs. You're welcome. You're welcome. There you go. So, yeah, thank you once again to all my Patreon supporters. He makes some jokes while he shoots his guns. Major Slack is lots of fun.
Major Slack attack.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no guns in this game.
Shut up, Pee-wee. Hey, welcome back to Major Slack Attack, your first stop for titillating, tactical, practical, factual, and actual Oblivion Remastered gameplay. I'm your host, Major Slack, and we're playing on Master Difficulty, and this is part 25, Lock and Load. This is it. We're going to make some final adjustments and then go into combat. I have a whole bunch of key ingredients on board. Okay, these are all the black tar. You probably want to take all these ingredients on board. We're going to be making some combat potions. Okay, so black tar, blistered pod cap, caramboli cap, congealed putrescence, flax seeds, harada, imp gall, nightshade, spittle stick. Okay, all these ingredients, bring these on board. And this one thing I forgot was wisp stock. Let's grab some of those. So one ingredient that we're missing, and that is pear. Pears don't grow anywhere. You have to get them from people's homes. And I also want a couple of filled grand soul gems. There's one. Got a whole bunch in here. Grab a couple of these, just in case Alright, that's it. Let us go do a pair run. Then we're going to come back and make a whole bunch of combat potions. And then we're going to make a new bow. And we're overclocked on marksman again, so we can afford to lose one of our marksman gear. We can lose the shirt. We'll make a new shirt, a speed shirt. And then we're going to start questing big time. Alright, so pair run starts in Imperial City Market District at the main ingredient. Some of these pears we will be confiscating. Strike that. Appropriating through less than noble methods.
What's new with you?
I hear the legions have been recalled from Fort Small.
In other words, you're going to be ripping them off. Yeah, we're going to be ripping them off, yeah. Here in the main ingredient. Okay. Upstairs in the private quarters. Since we're invisible, it doesn't matter. We can just walk right in. 2 pairs on the table immediately in this room here. Yoink. Yoink. Let's grab the ham too. And the bread loaves. And 3 more pairs in here. 1, 2, 3. Very good. That's it. You can grab the other stuff too, but it's not essential. Next, we're going to the Elven Gardens. And I'm going to be quick saving like crazy because the game has been crashing a little lately. Not as bad as before, but yeah, I've noticed that. Imperial City Elven Gardens. Go there now. Here we are going to Luther Broad's boarding house. In the basement, hidden away in a barrel. Okay, Luther Broad's boarding house. Up the stairs. Hang a left at the top, and it's right, boom, here. And we're going into the basement. It's no biggie, you don't have to sneak in, we're not trespassing. Go to the north side, you find this chest here, you can open that and get some goods. Go to the second barrel next to that chest on the north side, this barrel here. It's an empty barrel, but if you jump up and look down like this, you see it's full of pears. Grab them all. And there's also some lettuce here, but I don't want it. Okay, got that. Should have 16 pair now. 15. Who didn't come along for the ride? There, I missed one. Huh, only got 10 this time. Should be 11 in here. No biggie. Next, we're going to Coral. Coral, North Gate. North Gate. In Coral, we're going to visit Valina Daunton. Daunton. Valina Daunton. Go south through this opening here, and it's the second building on your left. So that's the first building, and here's the second building. It's typically always open. I believe there's a quest here. And there's always a guard watching the very place that we want to go and steal stuff in, but we're invisible, so it doesn't matter. And get these pairs here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yonky yoink. And you can grab some other stuff. Oh wait, I think there's 7 actually. Okay, so now we have 22 pair. 22. Finally, we're going to the chapel here in Coral. You can look to the west to see the steeple there. Just go towards the steeple. Easy
What's
to
the
find.
news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Nothing I'd like.
And you can use this ladder to get over the fence there easily. Going to the chapel, and we're going into the basement. Yep. Downstairs to the basement, into the chapel hall. In the chapel hall on the dining room table are more pairs. 2, 5 pairs there. A couple of bread loaves. And a sweet roll. Very good. That's all I want. I know this is a really expensive book there, but I don't want it. Let's go do some skill training before we level up again. Down at the Troll Candle Camp. Hopefully she's there. She's a pain in the arse to find sometimes. Best way to find her is to wait till 8 p.m. in the evening and then wait 1 hour after that. Why not just wait till 9? No, don't. Wait till 8. Follow my instructions exactly. Wait till 8 in the evening and then wait till 9. Wait 1 hour. Because that's the way the game works. What time is it? She should be here. Okay, let's just see if we can get the game to catch up. She's unconscious? What? Did you see that note? Uh-oh. Something bad happened to our master trainer. Okay, let's wait till morning and see if she Alowin, you seen this up in the top left corner? Alowin is unconscious. Why? Where is she? That's a new one. What the hell is going on? Never noticed that there's a standing stone over here. And it is the Jode stone. Why would she be knocked out? Game is totally glitching out on me. At least I didn't get the notification that she was unconscious again. So, let's do a quick save. Let's just wait till 8 in the evening. So that would be like 10 hours. See if we can get her to spawn. What did I tell you? She's a pain in the arse to get to spawn sometimes. Okay, it's not quite 8. Let's wait an hour. Gee, I hope my master trainer didn't get whacked. Come on, Alwyn, just let me do a little more training with you, and then it's like we'll switch to somebody else. Well, the only thing I could think of is to exit the game and then come back. So I'm gonna do hard save. Okay, let me exit to main menu. Surprised they haven't put out a single patch yet, even though the game is in fairly good condition. Like, not one patch. Not even a day one patch. There she is. What the hell? Heavy night of drinking?
What do you want now?
There you go. And, would you know it, her training
Take care.
isn't available. It should be. It's between her hours. Okay, now we know where she is. Up and at him.
What do you want now? If you've been good. Take care.
Alright, 11 at night. I believe her hours start at 6 in the morning. Let's try that. Sorry about this. But in the famous words of Krusty the Clown, don't blame me. I didn't do it. Here we go. Come on.
What do you want now?
There we go. Finally.
Good
grief.
that you want to get better.
Yeah. Okay, don't
Good
go
day.
anywhere. Gonna strip my boy naked here. Or semi-naked.
What
Hang
do you
on, hang
want
on.
now? You've got a lot to learn.
Not that much. Here we go. 5 times, please. There we go. Up to 82. Good grief, you are hard to
Goodbye.
find. Alright, so we're going to replace the shirt, because now we can get marksman up to 91. And with the shirt on it, we'll take it up to 100, and we don't need that. A little bit of elbow room to level up there. Fuck! Me! Jeez. That was a pain in the arse. Okay, pardon my French. Next. Let's go see if we could shop up a better bow here in Bravel at the Archer's Paradox. That's interesting. I can actually see my guy now with... Even though these two items have nothing to do with the camo suit, when you take them off, he becomes a little more... See that? He actually becomes a little more visible without a shirt. Or he was. Which I would actually prefer. Anyways. Okay. So, I'm just going to quick save out here, just in case this guy here has crappy bows for sale.
Good day.
I believe I have an elven bow at home.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
And the best bow he has is a silver bow. I have an elven bow at home. Okay, so
Farewell.
fairly well. That's it. Home, James. Maybe that's why they're force feeding us all these autosaves, so that people don't get too frustrated when the game crashes. Alright, let's focus on the potions first, and then we'll make a new bow and a new shirt. Let me just grab a new shirt. What kind of shirts do we have? Let's take a brown shirt. There we go. Alright. Do a hard save just in case the game crashes here. Quick save, and we're good. Alright, so let's crank out some potions here. Don't forget we can now make potions from a single ingredient. Let's start with... By the way, I sold off all my old potions. Obviously, it's the best thing to do, because we can make some much better potions with the new alchemy gear that we have on board. Namely the Master Alembic, Mortar and Pestle, Master Retort, or Expert Calcinator. Each one of these has different properties. If you click on one and then click on this here, you see all the properties. If you have each one, the Mortar and Pestle, the Retort, the Alembic, and the Calcinator, it doesn't matter which one you click on to use to make potions. The game will automatically select the best apparatus you have in your possession for whatever you're doing. Okay, so for example, the Retort increases the magnitude and duration of all positive effects of the potion. If you just click on the Mortar and Pestle, you'll automatically get the benefits of the Retort. Okay, I know somebody's going to point that out and say I'm using the wrong apparatus. It doesn't matter. And I've tested this a number of times. Alright, so I'm always going to just for posterity, I'm just going to choose the Mortar and Pestle. Let's make some Restore Magica potions. We can make those with blister pod caps. That's the first effect. So all we need is blister pod caps. Restore Magica is very simple. That's a colossal amount of Magica. 21 points for 75 seconds. That's nuts. Okay, so let's crank out a whole bunch of those. Okay, next would be damage health. Some basic damage health poisons. Ingredients that have that as the first effect are Harada, Nightshade, and Stinkhorn Cap. Nightshade and Stinkhorn Cap. How many do I want? A lot. I think Harada is good for something else. Paralyzed. No. Let's use Nightshade. Right? Damage, health, 7 for 27 seconds. Very good. Next, let me quick save here. Fortify speed. There are only 2 ingredients in the game that can make fortify speed potions. Those are pear and wisp stock. And there is a side effect. There we go, pear and wisp stock. Okay, now if you mix these 2 together, there is a side effect. If you recall previously, the side effect, the damage health side effect, I actually had to heal to recover whenever I use these fortified speed potions. However, now that we have a good retort, is it the alembic or retort? I think it's the alembic. Okay, so this is a perfect example. I'm clicking on the mortar and pestle, right? But it's the alembic that decreases the magnitude and duration of negative side effects in the potions. This is actually in effect because previously the side effect from making fortify speed potions was a lot worse. So let's use pear and wisp stock. You see that the negative side effect is basically 1 point for 1 second now. So that clearly demonstrates that it doesn't matter which apparatus you click on, as long as you have them all in your possession, the game will automatically select the one that is best suited for the potion or poison you're making. Alright? So, we're going to call this speedrunner. Just wanted to point that out because I'm sure somebody's going to say I'm using the wrong apparatus. I just used the mortar and pestle because I can't be bothered to remember which one is the best for whatever. It doesn't really matter anyways. So, this lasts 1 minute and 21 seconds. Let's go speedrunner 40. Strike that 2 minutes and 21. There we go. Let's crank this out. And I gotta be careful that I don't overshoot. Okay, so as soon as I run out of pears, I gotta stop making them, because what's gonna happen is the game's gonna continue to make potions using just the wisp stalks, which is now something different. So we'll stop. Good. Quick save. Next. Water walking potions. Or potions rather. You make these with fungus stalk and tiger lily. This will make a clean potion compared to what we were making before, which was a dirty potion. That was also a damage health side effect. But now that we have fungus stock, did I remember to take it out? I don't think I did. Okay, and the garbage truck is passing by outside. It's a warm day here in Montreal, Quebec, so I got the windows wide open. There we go. Let's take those out. Alright, so fungus stock and tiger lily. Wish the game would get its ass in gear about putting these things in alphabetical order, because it doesn't always work. What I've noticed is if you click on something else, like for example sort it by value, then click it on alphabetical order, sometimes it like finally works. There we go. It may not work all the time if you just immediately click on alphabetical order. Okay, so tiger lily. I have 24. Let me just dump a couple back in so I don't overshoot and make the wrong potions. What did I say? Potions? Tiger lily. Alright, we're looking at fungus stock. There we go, water walking. We have the exact same number of each, so we could just crank them out till we run out. And water walking. 2 minutes and 20. I was going to say 2:30 seconds. Round it up. Done and done. Done and done. Next, our two killer poisons. Our old favorite, Death on a Stick. Note that my water walking potions are now clean. Death on a Stick can be made with wisp stock caps, spittle sticks, which we've been getting from our garden, and a number of other ingredients. The third ingredient that will add fire damage would be imp gall, congealed putrescence, and steel blue antheloma. So let's start off with imp gall. There we go. So damage health on self, 7 times 27, and fire damage 8 times 33. Death on a stick. I'm going to call it this time Fire Death on a Stick. Alright, so we got to watch carefully that we don't overshoot. Imp gall is going to run out first. Imp gall ran out. Now we're going to add congealed putrescence. There you go, same thing. And congealed putrescence is going to run out first, so we got to watch that. Otherwise we'll make the wrong potion. It ran out. And finally we can add whatever steel blue antheloma we have. There you go, steel blue antheloma. The steel blue antheloma is going to run out first. Done and done. 90 Death on a Stick. That's nuts. I mean, we're so loaded for bear now. Where are those? Fire Death on a Stick. Fuck. Alright, and the new shock potion that I want to make can be made with wormwood. I've decided I do have enough black tar, so black tar, wormwood, and Cairn Bowley cap. Okay, so it's basically exactly the same thing as Fire Death on a Stick. Instead, it's Shock Death on a Stick. And this is going to be specifically for Daedra, because most Daedra are weak to shock damage. Alright, so I'm going to call this Shock Therapy. Bah. Okay, so we got to watch out for Wormwood Leaves is going to run out first. So when that runs down, stop making potions, otherwise you'll make the wrong potion. There we go. And that is our arsenal of combat potions. Let's just throw the new damage health potions there. And the new restore magica potions go here. And we'll dump all the spare ingredients to lighten the load. No, want to keep those? And I know somebody's going to say, aren't you going to keep the sweet roll for good luck? Yeah, let's keep the sweet roll for good luck. Where's that? There we go. Alright, that's it. Let's go make a new bow. And now that we're past the 25-minute mark, only hardcore slackers are bound to be still around. I know that from looking at my YouTube stats. So yeah, I've I've noticed I've had at least three dire warnings that because I'm at level, a character level, like a high character, this started happening around level 18, level 19. All these dire warnings started coming. Slack, your level is way too high. When you get to Kvatch, you're gonna get your ass kicked. It's gonna be terrible. You're over leveled. You're never gonna make it. And I knew I was gonna, like, by the time I got to Kvatch, I would not be under leveled. I would be like pretty much invincible. Like true confession time. Now that only hardcore slackers are bound to be watching the video. The camo suit, the 100% chameleon suit. This is basically God mode. You know, the most that will happen is enemies can hear us, but they won't attack. So this is basically God mode. Yeah. But I wanted to I was trying to keep it on the QT so that by the time I got to Kvatch, it just totally kicked everybody's ass. And then it's like, you know, the people who were giving me all these dire warnings that you're never going to make it, to be like, wow, you really kicked your ass. But, you know, I have to confess, yeah, the chameleon suit is basically like God mode. Anyways, I know a lot of you enjoy being super powerful. So let's just enjoy the God mode camo suit, chameleon suit for a little while. But we're eventually going to phase it out. Okay, so be warned, we're eventually going to replace all this chameleon gear with probably sneak gear. Probably. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, we're gonna wean ourselves off the chameleon. But let's enjoy it for now, okay? Let's just enjoy it. Kick some ass on master difficulty. And yeah, so that's just for hardcore slackers. Like I said, I know not most, but a lot of people bail out around the 20-25 minute mark in my videos. So there you go. Just for you hardcore slackers. Let's shh, don't tell anyone, okay? We're playing in God mode. Alright, so let's make a new bow. Did I take out? I forgot to take out the elven bow. Here's my elven bow. Okay, let's start with the bow, and I got a couple of grand soul gems. There's a grand. Alright, so this bow is going to be specifically for Daedra. We'll start off with Command Creature, 100. For 1 second, that'll do it. And weakness to... weakness to poison. I was just thinking whether to throw some weakness to magic in it. I want to put a soul trap on. Okay, so let's put weakness to poison. 100 for 5 seconds. Now we're going to put weakness to shock. 100 for 5 seconds. And finally, soul trap. And this we can get away with 3 seconds. Confirm, we're going to call it the live wire. Alright, so once again, command creature, you only need 1 second for that. Weakness to poison, 100 for 5 seconds. Weakness to shock, 100 for 5 seconds. And soul trap for 3 seconds. Do it to it. There we go. That's our new Daedra Buster. Uh-oh, here come the authorities. We could probably retire the zookeeper, but and there we want the brain scrambler. That's good, that's good. These are new damage point. Oh, here come the authorities. Open up! We have reason to believe that you broke the game. Open up, Slack, come on! Our shirt. Definitely speed. Here's a grant. Fortify attribute. Speed. Confirm. And hustle. Hustle shimmies, hustle shirt, hustle vest, hustle Hustle jacket. Let's go with hustle shirt. Nothing fancy. Okay, so now we have two. Character marksman should be at 91. That is correct, so we can sell off the other stuff. Let's make carry weight like beautiful. Still got 100 pounds left. 100 pounds spare. Let's go sell off. That's it. We're loaded for bear. Insert diabolical laughter. Should have brought some more arrows.
Well met. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Okay, so we don't need this anymore.
A fine transaction.
This, I just want to show you the value of this. That's not the real value is 15,000 gold. But the most she has is 2,500. So that's the most she can offer. I have something else in here. That might be useful. That might be useful.
A pleasure to serve you.
That's
Take
it.
care.
Let's go give the game a spanking. Coming up first thing next video, we're going to start questing. That is it, people. Thanks a lot for watching. If you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, post a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. Alright, see you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.